Hey everyone, so in this video, I'm going to show you how our flexible Fridays are going to work, and I'm going to explain our schedule a little bit more. So once you are on our class Canvas page, you're going to go ahead and scroll down to Friday. Once you click on the Friday button, you'll be able to see our schedule, and I'm going to explain kind of how our schedule will work. So to begin our day, we will begin with our morning meeting on Zoom together at 8 to 8:15 as normal. After our morning meeting, we will have a brief mini lesson in writing for about 15 minutes, which will end around 8:30. Following our writing lesson, students will complete centers beginning at about 8:45. So right when we get off Zoom, they will be completing their Flexible Friday centers independently. So if you look over here at center times, we have 3 centers, one from 8:45 to 9:15. Then there's a short break. Second center will begin at 9:30 to 10 o'clock with a break. And the last center will be from 10:15 to 10:45. And I will show you what our centers will look like. So once we are at the end of our writing lesson, I will direct all of my students to go onto their class Canvas page. This is why it's extremely important that they have their class Canvas page already up on their computer. So all I need to do is tell them to click on that tab and it will bring them straight here. Then all they need to do is scroll down, and for this center time from 8:30 to 10:45, they will be completing 3 centers, and the directions and which center they will be going to are listed below. So here's our Flex Friday schedule. We have 6 different groups plus a Meet with the Teacher group. We will begin our Meet with the Teacher group the week of the 28th, I believe. So that Friday, I will also meet with some groups during these center times. So Center 1 may be with me on live Zoom. Center 2 may be with me on live Zoom, or Center 3. I will make sure students and parents know if their child has Meet with the Teacher during one of their center times, just so you know when you need to be back on Zoom with me. Your student may also have a center during one of these 3 center times with another teacher. For example, they may be with an AIG specialist, an ESL teacher, or an EC teacher during this time. I will let you know if they are meeting with the teacher during one of those 3 center times, so they know exactly when they need to be back on Zoom. So starting this Friday, September 18th, we're going to practice more of our centers and how they are going to go. Please be mindful that with all the new information that we're getting about Flexible Friday, and when we eventually do start meeting with me as one of our centers, some of this information may change. As of right now, we're going to try it this way. Hopefully, it is easy for your students to navigate and they know exactly what they need to complete by themselves. So starting at 8:45, right after they get off of Zoom with me, they will come down here and it will tell them what center they must do first. So once we start our Meet with the Teacher Center, the week of September 28th, one of these boxes will say Meet with the Teacher. But for right now, there's no Meet with the Teacher group. So for example, your student will come here and they will look for their name. I'm going to pretend that my name is in this box in the science task. So I know that my responsibility right now is to complete this task. I'm going to click on this button and it will pull up the directions for this activity. If your child needs help reading the directions, all they need to do is click on this button next to my picture and I will read the directions to them. After they read the directions, they will complete the activity by themselves. Once they are finished with this first center, they can go ahead and click this button that says finished, click me. For the next 2 centers, they can choose the 2 other activities that they want to complete. For right now, they're going to be able to choose those 2 activities. Once we start with Meet with the Teacher, I will assign them the other centers that I would like them to do. So after they finish and they click here, they might see their name in another box in the next 2 weeks, but for right now, they're going to be able to choose their last 2 centers. The first one they must do, and the last two, they still have to do, but they get to choose which one that they want to do. So let's say I really want to do listening. I'm going to click on listening. And for my second center, the same directions follow. I'm going to read the directions. If I need help reading the directions, your student can click on this button and it will read it to them. And then they will get started on their activity. Everything they need are on these slides. The only activity for right now that will take them to another tab on their computer is Raz Kids. They do not need to leave this site in order to get to Raz Kids. All they need to do is click on this button and Raz Kids will pop up on their computer. They may need to type in my username. Sometimes it asks for a teacher username, sometimes it doesn't. If they need it, please remind them that all the information they need is right here on this screen. Once they're finished with their second center, they will click on this button again, and it will bring them back here, and they will choose their last activity. Now, I already did the science task, and I did listening. So for my last activity, I know I'm not going to do those two. I want to do work on writing, and I will click on this button, and again, the same directions follow. In between each center, if your child needs to take a short break, please know that we do have that time built in. Some of these centers may take your child a little bit longer. Some of them may take them less time, and that's completely okay. Our center times are mostly there for when we start Meet with the Teacher. So if we go back here, once your child is done with their center times, they have a break from about 10:45 to 11:30. Then they have lunch, which they can join Lunch Bunch on Zoom. After lunch, for the rest of the school day, they will be doing activities by themselves. So first, they need to complete any unfinished work. So for example, if they were not here on Monday and there is a worksheet that they did not complete on Canvas, that is what they need to complete first before they do anything else. If they're finished with all of their work for the week, or maybe they didn't get to finish their centers today, this is a time where they can finish any unfinished work. After they finish all of their work for the week, then they can choose an activity by clicking this button, or they can click on this button. Once you click on that button, it will take us to your Flex Friday page where they can choose different activities to do for the remainder of the day. The end of the day is also a great time to spend taking pictures of all of the work needed for this week and sending them through Class Tag. So I'm gonna go back to our schedule. And that is how Flexible Friday is going to go. So please make sure you have Canvas up on your child's computer every single day. We will also be using a schedule that looks a little bit similar to this, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays when we have our guided reading groups. You students will have one guided reading group every day on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and it will look very similar to this. So right after our reading lesson and activity together, they will do one center by themselves while staying on Zoom with me. And some of you might have heard me talking about it this week. They will go into breakout rooms, and then they would go on their Canvas page and complete an activity from here. The activities for Fridays, some of them are different. Your child will not complete the same activity. Some of them look like they are the same, but for Friday, I made sure that they are different. Or if your child didn't do, say, the reading task on Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday, they would have it for Friday. So please make sure your child's Canvas page is up and running on their computer in a different tab. It might also be helpful to show them by actually going on Zoom, maybe with a friend or a family member, and showing them how to minimize their page when they are on Zoom to go and open up a new tab on their computer. If you have any questions, please let me know, and thank you so much for watching.